Hello and what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Miguel. You're watching Miguel EDC, the channel where we talk everything EDC here. And today you are in for a treat. That's right. We're checking out this brand here making a debut to the channel. And if you know, this thing is special and unique and weird and quirky and everything in one package. So this is definitely going to be a very interesting unboxing and first reactions video, to say the least. We're checking out Paragon, Asheville Steel. Paragon Knives, excellence by design, made in good old US of A. I want to give a huge shout out to BJ from Bar None Blades. Check out his YouTube, check out his IG, give him a sub, give him a follow, show him some support. He sent this one in for me to check out, which I'm really grateful. So definitely send some support his way. He did a collection update video, so check him out. I'll have links down below, and just like this knife and every other knife you see in this video, you'll see those links in the description and pinned comments as well. Again, this brand making a debut in the channel, loving the wooden box. Good finish to it, kind of looks like a box of dominoes, if you ask me. So let's go ahead and dive right in here. Ooh, yeah, this is going to be good. We have, there we go, a little bit of a, is this kind of like a sheath of metal? Kind of feels like metal a little bit. Paragon knives, right? There are their socials right there and the warranty information and all that good stuff. We have titanium on the pocket clip. It is a custom Warlock. Blade is Baker Forge Raindrop Gourmet. Hopefully, I don't even know. I'm definitely butchering that. Handle is aluminum anodized and a titanium pocket clip. Made in the US of A by Hypercut Manufacturing. So, let's go ahead and dive in here, shall we? All right, this should be an interesting one. The Paragon Knives Warlock. At last here in the channel. Again, thanks to BJ from Barnum Blades. Yeah, definitely feels cold to the touch. And this one is pretty interesting, the way that you actually get the blade out, right? If you look here, it looks sealed. If you look here, it looks sealed as well. We know there's a blade in there. We can actually see it, which is interesting. I definitely dig the whole cutout window. That's looking pretty epic there. The pocket clip is on the one side, and then you're probably wondering, okay, well, how do you open this thing? Some of you guys already know, right? And honestly, I do know too, but kind of want for those of you guys who don't know to kind of enjoy it here, right? So this is a very interesting, this is considered a gravity knife. The way you deploy this thing is you actually press on the pivot here from both sides, and it should allow the blade to come out freely. Let me go ahead and grip the pocket clip here. It should look like that. Okay, just doing that for the first time. Again, you know, that is interesting. So I'm gonna push here. There is the blade, and bam, right? Obviously, I'm rusty because I've never done this before, so some people will get really good, know how to do this a lot better, but there is that blade. Man, that is one gorgeous looking blade. Let me get you guys a zoom in right here. Look at that Damascus going on with sort of copper in the mix, right? That's looking pretty good. And yes, in case you were wondering, this thing is sharp on both sides, not one side, but both sides. And then we have this sort of, you know, wave pattern milling going on there at the same time. That's also looking pretty rad. Epic looking blade, to say the least. Let's try to see if I can close this thing. So we're gonna push on here. All right, notice when I push, both blades, both handles come apart, which is really interesting the way this works. They get you a zoom in there. Take a look at this. All right. And then to close it, yeah, we're gonna use gravity to our advantage. So, and by the way, in case you're wondering, it will never go beyond this side. So your hand is here. It will never go towards your hand. I'm sure there's a stop pin somewhere. So if you open it, it will never let it go beyond this point. So like it will never come to your hand on this side, and it will never go beyond the handle itself to, let's say, you know, the edge to touch your hand here or anything. So it'll never go beyond this point, and then it'll open up 180, but never go beyond that point. So I'm sure I'm going to get really good at it the more and more I do it. But what a crazy knife, the way this thing works. I mean, you got to know how it works. If you're not a knife person, this could be a great conversation starter. You're like, hey, you want to see a cool knife, bro? I got you, bro. Look at this thing. Holy smoke. So one thing for sure, though, the ergos are insane. Really good ergos, right? You can't put your thumb there on the blade because it's a dual edge. So you can maybe put your thumb here somewhere, but maybe just a hammer grip might be the way to go. You definitely feel the girth on the handle. It feels the hand pretty good. The edges are nice and rounded as well, which is nice for the ergos. Pocket clip is also comfortable. It's very symmetrical, like smack in the middle. So that's very comfortable, a good 9.5 out of 10. And yeah, I mean, making a really good first impression right here as a gravity knife. Now, let me see. Say you try to do it the wrong way. So let's say you grip it with the pocket clip facing up, where it should be facing down. Well, the knife is not going to close. It's supposed to come this way, but it's hitting the limit, right? So that's what would happen. So in order to make sure you're doing it properly, make sure the knife facing you with the pocket clip on the other side, and there you go, it would close. Again, gravity is doing all of the trickery right here. I've still got to calibrate, you know, the proper timing for the open and close. But man, this thing is so rad and so cool at the same time. What a crazy, epic looking knife, no doubt about it. So let's do some size comparisons. And I think I have just the thing, right? And shout out to BJ. Here is the Godson from ProTech, also making a debut in the channel. Just when you thought there wasn't going to be something that could give the Godfather a run for its money, the Paragon Warlock comes out of the corner here. It's like, listen, I got you. Right, so that's looking pretty epic. Here is the Godson. You can see there the size comparison, right? Obviously, the Warlock has some reach as well. Right, definitely got some length there. In case you were wondering, we're looking at, should be over 9 inches. Sure is. How about a little bit over 9 1/4, under 9 1/2, so like 9.4 inches or so on the overall length. Definitely check the unboxing on both the Godson and the Godfather if you haven't already. Also American made is the PM2 and the Para 3. Take a look at those. Right, those are going to be way smaller. As a matter of fact, all the other knives I show you here, I'm just kind of showing them for reference because hopefully you own some, but they're all going to be smaller. This thing, again, has over 9 inches of length, right? Demko AD 20.5, the Nano Shark right there. Take a look. And on the more budget end of things, there's the Tenable Fenrir and the CJRB Pyrite Light. All right, those are going to be more like medium large, whereas this thing is definitely extra large territory, to say the least. Here is the Vosteed Corgi and the Fintiso Parrot. All right, take a look at those. Obviously shorter. Hopefully you own some of those to give you a ballpark idea where this guy lands. So do we have an idea as far as steel goes? Some sort of Damascus, right? Baker Forged Raindrop Gourmet, which Gourmet, I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce that. It's definitely a brand new Damascus variant I've never seen or dealt with before. But let's do our very scientific cutting test. Again, also BJ does sharpening services, so there's a possibility he may or may not have put an edge on this thing, but we'll go ahead and test it. All right, so that edge is looking pretty good. And, you know, we'll switch it around and test the other one. And yeah, this thing cuts, no doubt about it. Also going to excel at this, right? A dagger blade with a dual edge in the thrusting or pokey department. It's going to do pretty good at that, no doubt. So if you want to destroy your cardboard boxes on trash day or any other EDC tasks that requires such approach, then you should be good. And so we know I can do paper all day, every day. What about some cardboard? I got a single wall piece of cardboard right here. Let's go ahead and test it. All right, I'm going to grip like this. Again, when cutting cardboard, don't cut perpendicular, but at an angle instead. So, boom, bam, bam. Turn it around for the other edge. Boom, bam. Yeah, it's going to destroy that cardboard, no doubt. It's actually pretty solid, too. Like, you're probably wondering, well, it's going to be loosey-goosey in there. No, like, that thing is rock solid. No rattling going on either. Right? There's just a very minimal amount of play, and it kind of makes sense as a gravity knife. This whole thing opens up wide and all, but that is a good, again, pretty solid, very small movement. I can only feel it very minimal, but it doesn't give you any rattle or any noises like that or anything. You guys rate this epic blade, right? Rate that edge on a scale from 1 through 10. How sharp is this guy, right? How much of an edge has it retained? You guys let me know. Well, there you guys have it. That is the Paragon Warlock. And just the sound alone is pretty epic. I gotta definitely practice with this thing so I can get the timing right. I feel like more or less I'm already getting the hang of it. So definitely a very, very interesting knife. This is a cool piece to your knife collection. This thing is, you know, there's so many utilitarian knives out there that are great for EDC. Sometimes we know what a good utilitarian EDC knife looks like. We like the cool stuff, right? The out of the ordinary, the stuff that is wild, epic, quirky, right? And this thing definitely fits that bill. So again, this knife will be linked down below if you guys want to check it out. Prices, availability, and variants, just like for any other knife you saw in this video. Check out my boy BJ from Barnum Blades. Again, check him out on YouTube and on Instagram. Give him a sub, give him a follow. Check out his knife collection video for more details. Super grateful for the opportunity to check this one out. Check out the video on the Godfather right there to your left. or check out the video on the Godson right there to your right. Those are pretty epic out the side automatic knives. If you want to see my raw first impression reactions on those, it was pretty epic checking them out for the first time. Smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm, guys, and do consider subscribing. I promise you it'll be worth coming back for more. Make knife and EDC content like this on a daily basis, and you will not want to miss out. Huge shout out to my Patreon supporters and channel members for supporting what I do here. You guys are awesome. Check out those videos on your screen, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me until the end. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one, either this video or that video. Peace.